So hello and welcome to Bathurst. Welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at, yes, the Lamborghini Huracan ST Evo 2. A car I've never even driven before, but I really have enjoyed putting it through its paces here at Bathurst. Probably, I guess a lot of you know I love Bathurst. It's probably one of my favourite circuits of all time. I've spent hours and hours, probably days and days here, setting lap times back to the days of Project Cars 2 and all the special events that used to be on Project Cars 2, but I really have thoroughly enjoyed driving the Lamborghini here. Just pushing it to the limit, there's sparks flying everywhere, the sort of nighttime setting that we've got in this special event. It just is an absolutely blinding circuit, and it really does force you to drive absolutely to the maximum every single lap doing these 10-minute sessions. Thoroughly enjoyed putting the video together, creating the setup, but looking at one of the lap times, or one of the times that have been set by other fellow drivers, currently in P5 with this setup. But to shave another second off every single lap is it's gonna be something mega. I think I managed a 2:06 seconds, but there's no way I can manage that on every single lap. So the guys at the top of the leaderboard must be pushing into the 1:59. So if you've got any adjustments to this setup, please do add them. I'd love to try and feel more grip at the front of the car. So let's quickly jump into the setup. There are little tweaks at the end of this setup. Obviously tyre pressure is going to be, because of the condition that we're running, 16 Celsius. The casters, I'm just flying around here from a previous video. Obviously tow at the rear is +1 and cambers are absolutely maxed out. Caster, you could add a little bit more weight if you wanted to, and traction control, definitely use TC1 or 0 if you can manage it. TC1 definitely, and there is no adjustment for the ECU. We could put 18 litres of fuel in, it just gets you across the line, and we're going to be running brake discs 1. No anti-roll bar at the front. The car does suffer with a little bit of understeer, and you could use between 55, or if you can manage more rear brake, but as soft as we can run, it's very much one of those meta setups. With the bump stop range a little bit higher, but a little bit of anti-roll bar at the rear and preload just to try and get the car to rotate a bit more. And I've just got rid of the bump on this. There's no fast bump or rebound. There's literally 2 settings, bump and rebound. And this is where all the magic happens really. I'd go between 84 and 82. You will see at the start of this next clip the setup that I was actually running. I'm not sure if it was exactly the same as this, but I certainly don't recommend running maximum downforce, and I wouldn't recommend running really low on the downforce, but brake discs 2 offer a good amount of cooling for the brakes. So as we move into this next sort of phase, these are just 2 quick laps that I just jumped into the car. So as you can see here, I'm midway through a session, so if there's any changes in, this is the setup that I was running on the night. So 85, and I think I do actually just make a little change. Yeah, I made a little change to that to run 83, and that's it then. Let's get straight into my lap on my attempt. So really turning the traction control off at the start, light up those rear tyres, get some temperature in the rear tyres. Don't use too much rubber though, so just a quick blast, and then on the brake pedal to try and generate some heat into the discs and get that radiating into the tyres. As soon as we've got a nice line into turn 1, full on the acceleration. Looking for the boards where they change on the right hand side is where we're going to be starting to brake. And then just trying to keep the car rolling through turn 1. Remember, you've got no temperature through the tyres at all, but we're still trying to set a very competitive lap on this first out lap. So I always push the car to somewhere near 250 kilometers an hour before changing gear, braking just at the tarmac on the left hand side, holding third gear, trying not to let the rear of the car squirm around too much, and a very tricky braking into this next section. You can drop to TC1, or you can you can drop to second gear or first gear even, or you can try and hold it through second. Even through here, I do find myself having to take a tiny lift. On the approach to all the corners really, I really don't ever feel enough confidence to be flat out through here, which I think is something that the setup is struggling with. So I just lift as I come over the hill, probably one of my least favourite sections of the circuit, and I know it's an area that I lose a lot of time coming down through the corkscrew. I forget the name of all these corners. I'd look at the map years ago and remembered them all, and they've just gone completely. I think it was Forest Elbow, the corner we've just come down through, and I always think coming under this banner here, really I want to be seeing a 1:34 so we know I'm setting a good lap time. So 1:35, we need to be doing better than that. Braking just before the 100-yard board, try and get the car slowed down before the corner, and so that we can get into second gear. Some people might carry third gear through there, I just don't feel I'm able to. And then braking as the curb runs out on the left hand side, down into second gear. So I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of these laps without me commentating over it. And if you do manage to beat my lap time, do just put a comment in the comment section. If you find the setup useful, please do leave a comment. And if you've got any tweaks that can allow us to go flat out through the mountain section, I really would appreciate you leaving those setup tweaks. Yeah, enjoy the setup guys, and until next time, ciao for now. So just coming back on board then as we finish out the lap, just to have a look over. Obviously you can see there 10 minutes 5 seconds 0.9, still 4 seconds away from the top guy, so he's probably hitting at least a second faster than me per lap, which is amazing. So you can see all the lap times there. Managed 2 laps into the sub 2 minutes or sub 2 minute ones, but yeah, the rest of the laps could do with being a bit quicker. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoy the setup. Ciao for now.